All right. Hey, good morning. I mean, oh, good morning. Good afternoon. Today is August 21st, 2024. Today on Belloheart, we're going to talk about the hypocrisy of the Democrats Party and how it makes me sick, and how how all their polls are lies. Today, back after this. All right, we're back. Now, can you hear me? Hopefully. All right, so yeah, today I posted on a X poll on Facebook, and it had 5 million, over 5 million votes for Trump and the presidential race, and it was 74% Trump to 26% Harris, 5 point something million, and there was still 2 hours left when I posted on Facebook. So, what does that say? Well, I know these polls that they put on TV are all like 1,000, a sample size of 1,000, 5,000, even bigger ones maybe 10,000, but not 5 million, dude. So listen, take it or leave it. All I can say is that after watching the Democratic National Convention this week and parts of it, the Democrats are such liars, and I don't understand how people can vote for them. Um, they just they just push division, hatred. I mean, all they talk about is race, talk about gender, sexual preference. I mean, what does that have to do with politics? Who cares when it comes to running a country about any of those things? They've mixed all your brains up. They have you thinking that that stuff's important when it has nothing to do with being a leader of a country. You think China cares about our transgender fucking policies? No. You think China cares about our same-sex marriage policies? No, they don't care. Nobody cares. That's an American stuff. Keep it in the family. Keep it in your families. Keep it in between your doctors. If it's something major or something you want to check out, has nothing. Should not be on a global scale. I mean, on a political scale, national scale, let's say, federal scale. The other thing is abortion, right? All I hear about is people, the liberals, abortion, my right to choose, my right to choose, my right to choose. But you're such hypocrites. You say my right to choose for your abortions, but not for the vaccines, right? No, can't choose that. It's not your body, my choice. Not my body, my choice. It's nothing to do with vaccines. What? Makes no sense. What about all the 300,000 plus missing migrant children that have been human trafficked? And now that America is known as the number one human trafficking for children, I think even for adults in the world. I mean, does that not bother anybody? The liberals, you care about children, you care about everybody so much. You're so um, you guys act like you care about stuff. Abortion, you don't care about my body, my choice. What about when the kid's alive and they go missing and they get taken? Anybody care about that? The southern border and all that stuff. You guys are all hypocrites. So we're gonna look at some polls today. Let's check them out and see if we can get this to work. All right, I think you guys can see the chart behind me, right? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a piece of the Rasmussen report polls. This clip is from their YouTube website. I'll put the link in below in the description. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you feel this is content you getting entertainment out of, or any sort of wisdom, maybe some thoughts about saving the country. Hmm? The truth is the most important thing out of all my stuff. So anyway, so the truth of the polls, right? So then why do they lie to us about the polls? Well, because then they could, when they cheat and they win, we believe it, right? Well, we don't believe anything anymore. So I don't know who they're fooling. Well, I guess some liberals. I mean, I fought today with the liberals on Facebook, man. They are relentless, man. But it's not that I fight with them. I try to enlighten some of them. And God bless their hearts, they try to teach me some stuff about Trump and how evil he is, and the orange monster's gonna get me. Well, don't care. I don't believe him. Anyway, let's watch this poll.
You do a
Yeah, morning.
nightly poll. Yeah, you do a nightly poll. And what's curious about the nightly poll is that if you look at the blue line, I'll explain. There was a brief shining moment where Kamala crossed over and was leading, but now what do we see? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's what everybody's calling Kamala Mentum, and it didn't last too long in our numbers.
Kamala Mentum. Yeah, okay.
And I think the reason this chart's important is because I'm the only one putting it out. So I think this is maximum transparency. And the narrative in the media that's being shaped about Kamala Harris's polling is that it keeps getting better and better. But if you look at the blue line, she basically shot up to 45 and has sat there between 44 and 45 the whole time in my numbers. Now, what's different about me and everybody else is that I didn't change anything.
Comrade Kamala is not doing as good as they say.
And I think what's probably happening in some of these push polls that are coming out from New York Times, Siena, and ABC News, and all these other folks, ABC News, the people, by the way, who owned 538 and kicked us out of the aggregate and now have Harris up 4 nationally, what's happening is I think that they're selectively changing their methodology. New York Times, Siena actually came out about it this weekend and admitted basically that, yes, we think we're oversampling Biden supporters, but we are not using the 2020 recalled vote to correct for it. Well, I am, and I'm not oversampling Biden. I'm basically trying to match what I think an accurate picture of the electorate is. And you could say, well, maybe you're a little too right or by a point or two, or maybe I think we were left in 2020. But if you take that red line and move it up or down a point or two, the story still remains. Kamala Harris's numbers are going sideways. That's the story.
Oh, excuse me. Kamala Harris. Kamala is going sideways. So all this momentum, the DNC is this week. Maybe we'll get a bump afterwards, but come on, guys. It's all nonsense. I mean, don't believe the high.
All right, before we get into the battleground,
what I want to do is get into the, my bad, I want to get into the swing state polls, right? Or the battleground states. So let's see what's going on over there. So give me 1 second, please. Yeah, I want to listen to this real quick. Listen, I want to listen to this.
It's a straight average, and they link you to the crosstabs, and they have standards about what polls they put on there or not. 538 is a black box prediction model that exists to drive narratives. Totally different story. And I've personally seen them do some pretty underhanded stuff. And in my opinion, they kicked us out, quite frankly, I think reason numero uno. And the last time I called into your show without video was the weekend last year where they were threatening to drop us because we go on War Room to discuss our polling.
So polling sites that don't like your polling numbers or polling, I guess, other polling teams or whatever you want to call them, companies, people that compete, I guess, in the polling industry, if you're not aligned with their polling, they get very upset, apparently. Sounds very similar to the government, huh? All the censorship control, craziness. All right, now we got the battleground states. Let's listen up.
Battleground states, I'm looking at Arizona, Michigan, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. I'm looking at a column that says 2-way and another one 6-way. Tell us what we're seeing here.
All right, this is a quick summary of this latest swing state set of polls we did. We did one in July. We did one basically last week up until yesterday. And we're dropping these all on our website. The crosstabs in a day or two, I think, are going to be available for everybody to look at. And we went into these 5 states. The polls are all really big. They're likely voter polls, which sets us apart from most other pollsters. And what you're seeing here, the 2-way is just,
So likely voter polls as opposed to pollsters and people who volunteer for polls. That's important.
Harris or Trump, the 6 ways, including all the third-party characters. And I think the headline takeaway here is that Trump is roughly tied within the margin of error in every single one of these. Obviously, Harris is doing a little bit better in Michigan. Trump's doing better in Arizona and Nevada, basically tied in Pennsylvania, but all within the margin of error. Now, I will say if people saw our July numbers, these are tighter and not as good for Trump. And what I would say to that is that we sampled. I mean, a lot of this polling was still being done during the DNC and all of the positive press. I mean, a lot of these numbers were collected even before she started dropping her communist economic policies. And so my theory is I think that her support is going to wither away as she's exposed to more scrutiny. And what we may be seeing here is her top pick. Maybe not, but.
All right, so he said, I think her support is going to wither away. I agree. Just so we're all on the same page here. All right, so I don't want to make this too long because I know people ain't going to watch it. Like, subscribe if you like the video. I want to post one more thing real fast. All right, last thing. Here's the here is the Elon Musk. Here is the Elon Musk poll from X yesterday. 5,783,461 votes. There's still 23 minutes left. 73.2% Trump, 26.8% Kamala. So take it how you want. I mean, I can't force you to believe what you want, but 5.7 million. It's a pretty big swap of people. All right. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Like, subscribe. Everybody have a safe day. And tomorrow I'm gonna have a special treat. I'm gonna bring on one of my boys, Paul, and we're gonna talk about the Committee of 300, conspiracy theory, and how to destroy a country from within. 21 steps to do so. All right. See you tomorrow. Later.